At the end of the day, it's all about freedom.
America, this does not get brought up nearly enough. America takes in more immigrants than anyone. Okay? Not by a little, by a lot. By a lot. I don't know what the last number of years are available, but I'm just talking about legally. We take in more than anybody else in the world. And there don't, even on the Trump side, there doesn't seem to be, I mean, I'm not saying there's no one, but there doesn't seem to be any major movement saying we shouldn't take in more immigrants than anyone else in the world. They don't actually seem to really have a problem with that. They have a problem with the fact that on top of us taking in more immigrants than anyone else in the world, there's also a bunch of people illegally coming into our country. That seems to more or less be their problem. Now, we can all be into, I don't really like any form of statism, but it's not as if these are other libertarian anarchists who are getting furious with these guys. These are a bunch of fucking socialists who are calling these guys racist. These are people who would stop free movement and labor of humans all throughout the country. So what it really comes down to is, right, and everybody knows this, it's a weird thing where, like, you kind of sound like you're being like a conspiratorial or something if you say it, but we all know it to be the truth. What it comes down to is the fact that you're fucking white and they're brown. And you're bad for not wanting to let them have your stuff. You only have it because of your privilege. That's like kind of the essence of what this all is. This whole capitalism thing means you stole it from them. It probably should be theirs anyway. It's unfair. What are you, a fucking racist? Let them in. And you have to bow over. And I just got to say, the fact that they're a different demographic and that they represent a demographic change coming in, I just don't, even though I don't agree with the policy that a lot of alt-right people advocate, I do not agree with the leftist mind state that makes them racist or that makes them fucked up people. I just don't know what other country could you go to. Imagine going to Italy and going, hey guys, we're opening the borders and a bunch of French people are just like moving in here, and I'm looking at these demographics, and by the year 2055, this is going to be a majority French country. Isn't that fucking awesome? I mean, I think the reaction of most Italians would be like, wait, well, no, like, we want this to be Italy. And that doesn't mean we hate France, doesn't mean we're shitty people, but like, we want this to be Italy because it's different than France. That's why it's Italy. That's why, like, if I go on a vacation, and like, somebody's just like, oh, you're going on a European vacation. Are you going to France or Italy? My reaction isn't going to be like, yeah, who cares? You decide. No, it matters, right? Because there's a difference between France and Italy. They're known for different shit. And they have a right to, like, kind of want to have an attachment to that. Now, by the way, I'm not saying government should in any way legislate culture or that you have some right to your culture or anything like that. I'm just saying the fact that you wouldn't be into it changing does not make you an evil person. In fact, I think that just kind of makes you a person. I don't know. You can't go into any neighborhood that's gentrifying and not pick up on at least a touch of resentment over the demographic changes. It's part of the deal. If you come into an area that was historically one thing and you change it, people tend to not love that.